It's 2024 and Brawlstars has its all-time peak. Everyone is playing the game. It's booming on social media. Everything seems perfect. The updates are just great and everyone is asking themselves, how did the game become so good, fun and everything? But then the big fall off, starting with the Buzz Lightyear December update, and suddenly the game is on its best way to the bottom peak of all time. How could a game that was so successful and doing supposedly everything right drop so far down, becoming a meme and do everything wrong? Today we're analyzing all that, and of course I also want to hear your opinion why you think that game is dropping, not being fun anymore or whatever. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to support the channel. I would really appreciate it. And now have much fun with the video. Brawlstars lost around 80% of interest and players compared to the peak in 2024. It's nothing you immediately notice in-game, but definitely on social media. If you compare content creator views, you can see that they continuously drop also on my end. I did some videos with other games and they partly even outperform current Brawlstars videos at this point. People also hate on the game. We can see comments like, who plays Brawlstars in the big 2025 or switch to Clash Royale already. So that is definitely not good for the game reputation. Makes other people feel uncomfortable with Brawl Stars, ruining the vibe of feeling forced to quit the game too or just switch the game. There's a very bad momentum for the game, and today we want to take a look at this. Like, Brawl Stars had some insanely good updates in 2024, living its peak. The game was very fun. They added a lot of cool stuff, and it was a content creator's dream to be there at this time, since you just couldn't lack video ideas. So when did that happen? It started on December 2024 when the Buzz Lightyear update dropped. Before this, all updates were kinda peak. We had mutations, we had the SpongeBob SquarePants collab, we had the Angel vs Demon update, and all that for the first time. Something super special in Brawl Stars that has never been seen before, that got the hype back. We had these acts that caused a lot of excitement opening them, the skins you could unlock. Also as a free-to-play player, which was a very important aspect. So both pay to win and free-to-play would really just benefit from this update because it was exciting anyway. Also the switch from mega boxes to star drops, first being hated but later people loved star drops. But yeah, enough of all the success on 2024. That is easy to tell why the game blew up there. Also thanks to that insane shorts trend, like Brawlstars was everywhere on TikTok shorts, and that definitely helps the game, or might be even the main reason why this game blew up that much. And compared with the good updates, it just was guaranteed success, and Brawlstars did an excellent job there. But back to the downfall. The Buzz Lightyear update dropped in December 2024, a Christmas update, most likely the most important update of a year in terms of revenue for them or for player count, whatever. The hype was absolute peak there, so it was a collab with Toy Story and was promising to be a great update, since collab updates always have been a hit yet, but this one just didn't seem to be good. People were just super upset about Buzz Lightyear, probably the most annoying brawler in the game that the game ever had, being played by the absolute worst players in the game, but still made them look decent, where all they did was jumping on you from 2 miles or spamming the way to broken auto aim main attacks. It became a meme, the Buzz Lightyear apocalypse, and everyone had to play the brawler since you could get a title from him. Well, it just didn't feel like a Christmas update, and usually Christmas updates were always peak on Brawlstars. Just remember Edgar being free and the whole game broke on that day. Always got a free brawler or some very cool Brawly Day gifts, but these presents we got there? Nah, like, that wasn't exciting at all. That didn't feel rewarding. Also as a free-to-play player, this just wasn't good. We also had the pizza slices, which caused a ton of bugs. Like, some people had way too much pizza slices, which felt unfair. Meeple was for free, also for free-to-play players, but wasn't a good brawler at all. So the excitement also there. One temporary brawler that was just annoying. Meeple that wasn't too good. And the shop offers were, well, could have been better. The free rewards were bad. So that just wasn't a hitting update, but everyone was hyped for it. That was the problem here. So yeah, that was the first bad update, and then it continued. Later, we got the Uno collab and also the ranked rework. In my opinion, let's start with the Uno collab. Just a not so good mode, or in other words, it was horrible. It just didn't feel creative or close to being unique. I get that you can't bring unlimited, insanely fun game modes. But I'm pretty sure you could have done much better or just think of something else. Sometimes I feel like Brawlstars is being scared of trying new cool stuff, maybe because they're scared that it causes too many bugs, because that's most likely what happens when new stuff releases a ton of bugs. But even if that is the case, they still could improve it or even remove it when it causes like too much damage. But what I want to say is the potential with this game is insane, and they did do pretty much with it. I mean, just take a look at 2024. But sometimes they are lacking and the game just feels boring. I mean, look at Map Maker. Still no Map Maker update. So much potential. I mean, look at Fortnite creative mode. Look at games like Roblox. They live off the creativity of their community. So what's the point of not doing it? Is it like too complicated? They have all the resources in the world to bring that in the game. Even with bugs and stuff, you can work on it, right? But that's just my 2 cents. Maybe I'm totally wrong about it. So also the ranked update wasn't as promising. The game was on its peak when it was quite easy to reach masters. But when it got super hard again to reach the max rank, people, in my opinion, cared less about rank. 200 to 300 pros a season might be cool. It's also good stream content. And for the handful of players that scrim, do esports or make a living of the game like me, it wasn't too bad. But for the rest, for the people with jobs or families, it feels like a challenge that is not even worth a try since it's just too hard. I think it would definitely help to make it easier. Still, even if like 2,000 people reach pro in a season, that's like still 0.0001 of the player base, you know what I mean? But I think that could definitely help. Let me know your opinion about this in the comments. We also got the ranked pro pass, 30 euros for that. Many people just didn't like it too much. They probably should have done something like a brawl pass maybe, because 4-month ranked pass, I don't know. So I think you need to give the player at least a realistic goal, or you know, a feeling for, yes, I can reach it. It's going well. People always want progress. People want to achieve something. And also for me, I cannot do really much rank challenges anymore because everyone wants to see like these bronze to pro videos or bronze to master back in the days where you could just do different challenges. That also isn't really possible anymore because ranked pro itself is too hard already. So how do you want to make a challenge out of it? You know what I mean? Playing to ranked pro is the challenge. Then they recycled the mutations update with the Wasabi power update, which was pretty cool in my opinion. It was like one of the better updates definitely. But here we had another problem. Everyone was complaining. People want as much free to play as they can get. They just didn't get enough sushi splits. The split chances were too low and it just frustrated so many people that just wanted that skin. And honestly, making it a bit easier to get the skin doesn't ruin all the revenue plans, right? All the people want is excitement. All the people want is progression. They want the feeling that something happens. And when this shit is not splitting, it's not exciting. You needed 200 sushis, and if you just keep getting like 1 sushi, 2 sushis, and sushis are rare, what do you expect? Not everyone wants to pay. Not everyone wants to be like super grindy. And especially, they don't want the skin chances to rely on gamble, on a coin flip. Oh, will I get enough sushi or not? You could come up with the argument that people would always complain, but I have to defend them here. The split chances were terrible and didn't cause the excitement they should have. Still, the event was one of the better ones in my opinion. Oni Kenji was a cool mode and a success, but then in the other hand, Case, the ultra legendary brawler, then felt like a punch in the face for every free-to-play player who had disgraceful 60 euro offer of 5,500 required credits. For me, sure, no problem. I make money with my videos. I can do it. But what about the rest? What if I wouldn't make the money? Would I spend 60 euros for a brawler to have it 7 days earlier? Of course not. But it's a delusional offer, a pure scam, and feels like, as I said, a punch in the face for every free-to-play player. It's so not worth it. Well, then the brawler wasn't even as strong as they intended her, so people didn't even care too much about her, so they even had to buff her with an HP buff. Well, it wasn't like 100% necessary, but they realized, shit, the brawler isn't strong, the brawler isn't causing that much euphoria again. Well, maybe the mechanics were just too complicated since Case actually is one of the best brawlers currently. Maybe it was just too complicated for a lot of people in the beginning, too overwhelming. But yeah, another reason at all to be frustrated about the game. And then finally, the worst update of them all. Our last update where the Angel vs Demon season got recycled in the exact same way. I'm not a professional game analyst, all of us aren't, but I think most of the people can tell that something something you've seen before, it's definitely not as exciting as something brand new. The problem I personally have with this update is not only that it's just recycled, you know, at the end of the day, it's some good content. I can do the openings and stuff, but we've seen all that. The skins aren't that exciting. Like when Angel vs Demons came out brand new, we were like, oh, hypercharged skin, oh, this and that. And now we just have 3 additional skins that aren't like even that super exciting. So even for content creators, they probably have all the skins already. So this is just a 2025 November recycle in a worse way. Because in November, the update was just even better than the one we have now. While actually they should have learned what they could have even done better, but they didn't do. Contests are a cool way for free-to-play players to get some star drops. But hey, at least we have Solo Showdown Plus back. Like that's the best part of the update. The rest, the modes that are coming to the game, the challenges, you know, feels like despair. So the game is on its bottom peak since 2023. Still having a lot more interest than 2023, like double the amount, but the trend is just not looking very good. The excitement, the kick is just missing. Also, you know, releasing Angel and Demon season separately, like is there anyone that really thinks, oh, I want that Demon season so bad right now? No, it's just dragging everything, and like they literally released a much worse version of Angel vs Demons in my opinion. But again, let me know your opinion. Maybe I'm just wrong about it. Maybe I just see everything in a wrong way. I'm open for your arguments. So to sum this up, I think Brawlstars is either lacking ideas or had a wrong idea about how to extend the Brawlstars hype and do the best possible out of it. These are not insanely horrible updates that destroy a game or something, but updates you have to look at with a very critical eye. These are ideas that just don't work on the goal to bring the game closer to the gaming mainstream. Probably Brawlstars also was a bit lucky that they were trending on shorts, TikToks, etc. for quite some months, but they earned their success by releasing very good updates. The same happened to Clash Royale now, which got represented by certain streamers and now is trending everywhere on social media. Even my mid-laner videos perform better than some Brawlstars videos. That was it about the history of the updates, which in my opinion, taking a look at all the updates from 2024, comparing them with the updates of 2025, it makes sense to me that the game lost so much interest. So let's talk about what could bring a better future for Brawl Stars. First of all, I think, and that's just my 2 cents, bring back promising collabs. They already announced a collab, which is a very good sign in my opinion. Get these changes for map maker already done. I think that, and I'm still saying it, could, if done well, revolutionize the game. Make rank easier, so people have more excitement of reaching the highest rank. Oh, and I forgot to talk about records at all. We removed masteries to replace them for records, so people don't have to do that dumb grinding anymore. So what do they add? What could be the exact opposite of much grinding to get in-game progress? Yes, even more grinding, winning 300 games with a brawler, dry as that, but not for progress. No, for record points. So we add even more grind for less rewards. Now, if that isn't a punch in the fucking face, I don't know. I entirely forgot about records. People were so upset about it. For me, it's kind of cool. I'm top 1 global right now. I can do content with this, but I'm not million of players. I'm just one individual. You need updates that are both for good, the content creators and the big mainstream, because content creators advertise the game and the players want to feel the excitement themselves. So yeah, rework records, of course. You know, remove just these impossible challenges since they're just not doable. They're just not doable. It's the same as with ranked. You don't want to do something that you know is not possible, and we have records that are not possible. Supercell or Brawlstars could have immediately changed something about the records. They have the opportunities to do so. They can change numbers, like don't take down 6 brawlers by shooting through walls with meeple, just do it 4. The challenge itself, not even too bad. It's kind of cool. I like doing them, but then make it achievable, make it actually a hard challenge, not an impossible challenge, and then don't give record points. We need resources. So then please remove some of these ridiculous offers. For example, this 40 euro offer I had in one of the last videos where I had this crash out. That's like 2 brawler upgrades for 50 euros. Come on, 50 euro, that's so much money. People work hours for that. Club events could be better since Mega Pick. You know, it's cool to have the reward thoughts, but who honestly is like super excited for Megapick to play like 20 games, you know? I don't know, man. There's just so much more potential this game has, so much more they could improve. Like Solo Showdown Plus is a perfect example. That is a very exciting mode. And we need more of that. We don't need Gem Grab 5v5 with the tilt modifier. I think we also do not need Trophy Thieves. That is not what the people are waiting for. So I would really love to hear your opinion about Brawl Stars, you know, what could be better, what is frustrating, especially you about the game. And I also asked my community, what do they hate about the game? And they said stuff like unfair matchups, pay-to-win enemies, broken brawlers, nerf progressions. Nerf progressions is what I basically said over the whole video. About the pay-to-win enemies and unfair matchups, I don't know. Let me know, what do you think about this? Another big thing we have to talk about is max tier just not being special anymore. You know, rank 45 was a very good rank to achieve something. The matchmaking was horrible, so the matchmaking with max tier is much better. We have good things and bad things about max tier, so it could really be a bit harder. Don't get me wrong, I know I said ranked was too hard, but you have to find the perfect middle. It has to be an achievement, but at the same time, it shouldn't be free and just a matter of time, you know? Because even under average players, like unexperienced bad players, can reach max tier. And is that the way to go? I don't think so. Is it the way to go to make it super grindy and only a couple of people can reach something? I don't think so. I think it needs a healthy balance of both. Not everyone should be able to reach it, just a certain percentage of players, but not everyone also should be able to do it. It just doesn't feel like an achievement. So what else did my community say? Probably because there's still so many toxics and teamers, even though they fixed win rate. I cannot agree here. They did fix win rate. Win rate is not that much of a big problem anymore. We have that spray, you know, the skull with the green stuff around it, which is a sign for people to like win trade or like, oh yes, we are friends, you know, to keep the win trade community alive. Not sure if they will ever be able to fix that, honestly, but overall, I think teamers got way less and win trade also got way less. So I can enjoy Showdown much more as before. So I cannot agree totally with this one. About the toxic part, yeah, people are very toxic, but that's just a humanity thing, I guess. I'm not sure if you could change anything about that. With another comment, Aphrodite saying, she says, I don't enjoy Brawl Stars anymore because I think bad randoms is a thing and I really don't like how they just release a broken hypercharge and brawlers. It makes it unfair for free-to-play players. It's also ridiculous. It's too pay to win. Progression is difficult without buying stuff like the Brawl Pass Plus. For me, it has become boring. I get the boring part. I think they buff free-to-play with every update. So what do you think about that? Is the game still too pay to win? Is it too frustrating for free-to-play players? And about the bad randoms thing, yeah, bad randoms definitely, they have never been worse. Randoms have never been worse. I feel like it's the worst time to play with randoms. I've never experienced worse randoms ever. Another comment from Megafloric. Brawl Stars is slowly dying because it hasn't had enough new exciting updates to keep players interested. And some people feel the game is too focused on making money or got too boring. There are also other mobile games coming out that are just more fun to play. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like people play Clash Royale right now, for example. And he's also right. Not enough new exciting updates to keep player interested. I agree, totally. Too focused on making money? I feel like it's fine to be focused on making money. And as long as the updates are good, just as in Mutations or, you know, Angel vs Demons, it's fine. Make your money. But first of all, don't punch free-to-play players in the face and don't recycle ideas in general, I think, or in that way. Another message from Charlie. I mainly dislike Brawl Stars because after the past few updates, it felt like the same thing, but in a different way. But I mean, they bring back old stuff in order for the game to revive. It's quite sketchy and can get extremely boring in a few years, my opinion. She dislikes it because it's repetitive. Yeah, literally what we talked about. I can just agree with that. When we have Rin saying, first of all, there's many hackers in the game now. Yeah, that is frustrating, sure, but they got banned now, so I think that is okay. Game doesn't seem balanced. For example, new hypercharges ruined the game. I read that a lot, that hypercharges are too unbalanced, like there are super weak ones or just too broken ones. I guess people are upset about that. And here also saying records are bad or they should bring masteries back. Yeah, that's what my community thinks about this. So now I also want the YouTube opinion about this. So what do you think? Is the game missing? What do you think would make the game great again? And I think we hit the end of the video right now, since yeah, it was quite a lot of yapping. So really hope you enjoyed this video or found it at least interesting. If yes, consider to subscribe and leave a like. I would really appreciate it. And if you didn't, leave a dislike and tell me why my videos are not so good, what could be better about them. So thank you so much for watching. Your SnakeThug. Peace.